Hello friends, this is Jasu Bakuhatsu. Welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man Unlimited. We just finished playing what might be one of my first or second favorite stage in the game, maybe, Nail Man. 2 lives, I think I might want a bit more there. I think I probably have a lot of bolts save up to this. Oh yeah, let's just stock up here. E-tanks, we'll keep one to be safe. Actually, I bought some items in an earlier video, but forgot to say quit without saving afterwards, and didn't end up keeping them. So, I did not plan ahead. Which level should I do next? Let's do Yo-Yo Man. There is, again, no Yoku letter in this stage, if I remember correctly, so just gonna go through on the main path. Yo-Yo Man, one of the few Robot Masters that whose design I actually kind of liked. First time I saw it, he was like, maybe again, just as soon as the first time I saw him, it just sort of he sort of struck me as the sort of thing you might see in a real Mega Man game. It just seems like he seems to belong in the Mega Man universe to me, more so than the others did, at my first impression at least. As for this stage, introduces a few new hazards to us, and actually I think. And there is a weapon quick change in this game, actually. I have them mapped to the shoulder buttons of my controller, and that enemy there is really difficult to deal with, actually. You have to have really fast reflexes, or just know that they're coming. I actually don't have the reaction time to, whoops, wrong rush. I actually don't have the reaction time to, deal with those guys on sight. I actually have committed large portions of this stage to memory and knew that they were coming both times there. And yeah, this is kind of a neat and weirdly complicated gimmick platform there. It's like it starts out at a set position and starts to fall when you stand on it, and then starts to rise past its initial starting point when you jump off it. And then it sort of resets back to its original position if you stay off it for a while, which is, yeah, kind of weirdly complicated platform behavior when you think about it. And yeah, this is just another instance of those sort of needlessly tricky jumps there. It's like, frankly, I don't think those spikes needed to be there at all. It's like, okay, you can have precarious overhead spikes be a thing for like a level or something, but that seems to be the level designer's favorite gimmick in this game, is just spikes on the ceiling that will kill you if you jump too high. Yeah, gotta every jump needs to be a giant platforming challenge. And yeah, like a lot of the stuff in this stage is the same stuff I've been complaining about all along. It's pretty much a lot of it is suspended over a bottomless pit, which means, yeah, any mistake is death. And another one of my pet peeves is those sort of, that I've talked about in the past, is sort of just enemies that serve no point but to slow you down. Those sort of giant bladed yo-yo things are kind of an example of that. They aren't really ever hazardous when they come on screen unless you ignore them, so you basically just need to take a bit of time out of your busy schedule. Oh, I wasn't sure I was going to make that. And deal with them. But they're not difficult to deal with, it's just a bit of a time sink. And this is one of those situations where if I drop down the ladder blindly, I will die. And, okay. I mean, I can see why these platforms work the way that they do. If they didn't return back down, then, yeah, situations like that would be impossible, where I just missed the platform the first time through. And actually, these little sort of, I guess, treaded enemies with the spiked ball are interesting. I just sort of assumed that they were invincible my first time through the game, just because they look like... This is another example of just, like, stupidly hazardous situation, all for the sake of a bloody quarter of an E-tank. Like, really, who's gonna risk that? Seriously. Like, frankly, I think they should have just made all of the E-tank pieces in the levels in this game. Like, just make them E-tanks, just straight up. They're all difficult enough to get to be E-tanks. And it would force people to have less difficulty with, the main thing with the bosses in this game is they aren't super difficult, but the problem is if you if you get a game over against them, you've got to replay the entire arduous stage. And this here is where the sort of complicated platform behavior comes in. I was stumped there for like a stupidly long time, because it's like, how do I get past the spikes? I don't know. If I get on the platform, what's going to happen? It's just, yeah. I was embarrassingly long time. I was stumped there, and before eventually figuring out, oh, you just jump on the one, then jump on the other. Good. It's kind of interesting how it's a sort of a hazard that's like unique to this particular type of level gimmick. That those spikes would not work the way they were, like in the way that they did, unless these platforms behaved exactly the way they do. And once again, overhead spikes everywhere, just always in danger of jumping too high into spikes and having to replay vast sections of the level if you screw up. This guy, we do not have his weakness, but this also one of probably the most dynamic boss in the game, I think. Although he sort of ends up having the same problem as a lot of the others. So when he does that yo-yo attack, there it's very difficult to hit him, and I actually don't even bother most of the time. Just because, yeah, the timing is really tight. I just demonstrated there that it's possible, but I don't usually do it just because I end up getting hit. Oh, yeah, he's got another attack too. I don't know if he's going to do it or not. It looks like he's going to do it now. That too, I like this attack. He's got a few different attacks, and he does them in random order, which is like really unusual for a boss in this game. I really like this boss fight. This is, I think, probably my favorite boss fight in the game, maybe. It's just really well designed, really hectic, it's unpredictable, but you can do everything on reaction, except... Oh, I almost had it there. I used to have a method of dealing with that yo-yo attack, but I can't... Oh yeah, I remember. I didn't get to show it on camera there because I didn't remember it in time, but basically you stand a bit forward and you don't jump over the first yo-yo that he tosses. You walk away from it and then jump over the second one. The first one wheels back towards the Robot Master, the second one wheels forward in the other direction. So yeah, if you just walk backwards from the first yo-yo, jump over towards and over the second, and that's that attack dealt with. I wish I could have caught that on video, and yeah, yo-yo, good weapon. Another example of just a really good, solid weapon. It's sort of like your standard utility Metal Blade, Shuriken-esque weapon. It's just short range, multi-directional, sort of your all-purpose... Oh wait, I said it already. All-purpose weapon for dealing with enemies, like way above you or at odd angles and that kind of thing. It's a good weapon. Probably the most useful one in the game, in fact. So yeah, that was Yo-Yo Man. Again, not a stage that I really like at all, just because, again, the huge abundance of pits and ceiling spikes all over the place. That's just like the entirety of the stage, basically, is jumps on platforms, across pits, and under spikes. It's just a real pain. If you happen to screw up, you end up replaying tons of the level. But yeah, that's Yo-Yo Man. And next time, try Nitro Man, or Jet Man, who knows? Tune in to find out. I will see you then.